We're looking at this Hansu combo rack. I do come out here and run this on this sometimes. This was his first curl bar, as I was having him curl this for sets of 20. No horse stall mat comments allowed. You will be banned from our YouTube community if you say anything about needing horse stall mats in here. Just kidding.
Massenomics.
Yeah. What's up, everyone? We are here in my garage for the world's smallest home gym tour. That's right, this is a home gym tour. We have Massenomics gym. You've all seen that before probably. If not, go check it out. We've got YouTube videos on that. But you've never really seen what I call my home gym. I'll use quotation marks because it's barely a home gym, but we do use it as one. The primary use here is my son, he's 13, he's in sports and stuff. So sometimes we want to come out here and train. You know, he doesn't want to go to the gym necessarily all the time where all the big scary Massenomics guys are. So we'll come out here to the garage. We'll pull this stuff out, do a little lifting. I actually recently tore my ACL, had surgery, so I've been doing rehab. So I actually have even done some stuff out here, mostly because I'm lifting like super light weights. And it kind of has worked well for that. What we're in is, this is the start of the gym tour. We're really not going to move much on this gym tour because it's all right here behind me, but this is our third stall of our garage that we have. And normally I have a pickup sitting right here.
69 Chevy.
A 69 Chevy, as seen on maybe like a couple Massenomics videos out there if you dig hard enough. But I backed that out for the sake of this video. And this is exactly where the gym equipment sits. When I say the gym equipment, we're looking at this Hansu combo rack that we've done a review on. You've actually seen it before. The Texas Power Bar, Strength Co collars, some Strength Co bumpers that we use for deadlifting, and then just some old iron weights that I use here. But this is exactly how it sits in order for me to still be able to use this third stall to put a pickup in. So this is the way that we store it. And I'll actually walk through exactly what we do when we're going to use it. The other thing is the TrueForm Runner treadmill. I'll show you that.
Does it come free with the Hansu combo rack purchase?
No, the TrueForm Runner was actually not free with the Hansu combo rack did come with a Hansu power bar, but that's at Massenomics gym. I've got one of the Texas power bars here instead because, well, Texas power bars. And also, no home gym, even the smallest home gym is not complete without a drink spotter.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Holds even the tall, skinny LaCroix quite well. But this TrueForm Runner, this is the heavier duty one. This is the metal sides one. They also have a plastic sides one. And I'll demonstrate. I think I know how to use this thing. My knee has become up to snuff on being able to walk now, so.
Baby steps.
I do actually come out here and run sometimes.
Yeah.
Not right now, because I can't run yet. Hopefully in 4 more weeks I'll be running again, but I do come out here and run on this sometimes. My son's in cross country. He comes out here and runs on this sometimes also. For anyone that's never used a motorless treadmill, these take a little bit of getting used to.
There's kind of a balance point.
Yeah, it's curved and there's no motor, and it's hard to regulate your speed at first.
Yeah.
Also, if I'm going to be critical about the TrueForm version, at least the one that I have here, the belt's not that wide. Once you get used to it, it doesn't matter, but before you're used to it, it's not crazy for you to get wild and put your feet out here on the sides. I mean, I don't have that problem anymore. We also have the matching partner treadmill to this at the gym, and I know I've heard people talk about that there before in the past.
And if people are curious, you're not a hardcore Minnesota United Football Club fan.
That's who I bought it from. I bought these used. I took a trip to Minneapolis and bought it from the professional soccer team. I bought 2 of them. It was like 2 for the price of a half of one. So
Can't
the
afford not
special
to.
they were running, yeah. Literally couldn't afford not to. It is heavy though. For reference, if you ever move one of these, bring a friend because it sucks. Okay, I'll show you what it looks like when we're actually gonna squat, bench, and deadlift. That's usually, in Tanner's home gym, those are the primary exercises that get done. We don't have a ton of equipment. Usually when we're doing it with my son, we don't have a ton of time. We don't need a lot of detailed programming. We just do straight up the basics, like 1 or 2 times a week, just like an SBD workout is kind of what we do. So the Texas Power Bar, when I want to actually get this out, here's what I do. Pull the bar out here, and this isn't the most efficient way to do it. You know, my setup here is not the most efficient home gym, but this is how I do it in order to still be able to park 3 vehicles in my garage.
Okay.
So that's kind of the primary goal, is I have to be able to keep all 3 vehicles in the garage. That's why I stack the weights just up here like this. I don't have a separate, I could get a separate plate tree, but that again then takes up even a little bit more footprint. It's not much, you know, and I could put a plate tree on the wall or something like that, but I just try to keep it all contained as much as possible, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So as you're watching me, like I said, this is a little clunky what I've got to do here, move the weights in and out, but I mean, it takes maybe 5 minutes when we're setting up to train. So like, say while my son's warming up, I'm over here getting the plates ready for him. Also, you can see one on the wall over there. There's one right here though too, the Massenomics license plate, MSS NMX. This is South Dakota. This is the style of license plates that like when Tommy and I were little kids.
Massenomics.com.
Yeah. Actually, as long as it's coming on, it'd be good to point out, I'm just turning the heater down for sound so we don't hear it. It's a thermostatically controlled natural gas forced air hot dog heater. I wonder if it tells me the BTUs of what size this one is. I don't remember. I don't remember the BTUs and it doesn't say it, but like this is a 3-stall plus another, it's basically like a 4-stall garage, and it can keep it almost at whatever temperature you want it at. It's an insulated garage. Outside right now is like 0 degrees.
It's a cold one. It's
Or
January.
it might even be negative in feels like temperature. So, and we've got, it's 62 degrees in here. So, but I did turn that off. So once it's done cycling through, we can hopefully not hear that. The bench for the combo rack is on wheels. So if I do this right, I can wheel this out of here. Just like so. Get that a little bit out of the way. And then this is probably the clunkiest part, especially with my bunged up knee that's got a little harder for a while. But I try not to scratch the floor.
Oh.
This thing doesn't exactly have handles. But what I do, let's see if I remember my favorite way to go here. Think like this. When I lift
Okay.
and bring this out. Like
And
so.
the floor is safe.
Yep, safe and sound. It'd be nicer if there was just like perfect little handles on the side for me to use, but I make do. So that's about where we'll put it. Sometimes if it's nice out, we'll open the garage door and face it out the garage door. Has a little bit better, different vibe that way. And then this slides in here, like so. I guess you don't need to see me do this, but these would screw in here to lock that bench into place, assuming we're gonna bench press. And then the Texas power bar that I took off before, throw back in here, throw weights on, and we'd be ready to bench press.
It's time to lift.
When it's time to squat, pull the bench out, put it up here, raise the uprights, we squat. When it's time to deadlift, go outside the rack, throw the Strength Co bumpers on. These are the 25s here. So that's another hack. Trying to save space, trying to make the garage not any different than possible. So I don't really want to put down horse stall mats. So we deadlift with bumpers. That's my space-saving hack in this I said smallest home gym. What other words would you use to describe it? It's like
micro home gym?
Yeah, it's like a minimalist home gym
Yeah,
too.
minimalist. That's
It's a
probably
minimalist home gym, I think is, so I went with the combo rack, which is maybe an interesting choice. That was an idea that I had.
If this was your primary gym, would you go with a combo rack?
Well, if this was my primary gym, it would all be way different. You know, like,
There'd be wall to ceiling, Texas power bars, floor to ceiling.
And I wouldn't have my rack be something that I have to drag out every time. Like, that's not convenient, but it's efficient for being able to use this garage the way that, you know, the primary use of the garage still. But still have the option of coming out in our garage and trading sometimes when we want to. That's, I think, kind of, it's funny when you have a tiny garage gym, there's not that much to show you, but that is the way that works. So when we're done, it obviously just goes in reverse. I slide that back over there, put all the weights back, pull the vehicle back in, and it's relatively unassuming. Anything else I'm missing on that, Tommy? I think that's kind of the tour.
Yeah, you got that. You got the treadmill for some movement stuff. Do you guys do any type of accessory workouts of any kind? Accessory movements?
Oddly, or kind of funny, I have like almost these typically comical dumbbells that who the hell knows where these ever even came from, but we'll do bicep curls. So I used to do, before I brought those out here, my son is, only 13 years old. He doesn't need a whole lot of weight when it comes to arm curls, and I do emphasize form and technique, pretty strict with everything. But this was his first curl bar, as I was having him curl this for sets of 20, and this got easy enough that I'm like, okay, we'll bring some actual dumbbells, and that's where the 10-pound dumbbells. So the primary accessories will be, we do curls, we do push-ups, sit-ups, and rows.
All right.
So that's kind of, and you can see push-ups require almost nothing, sit-ups require nothing, a little bit of curling, that's all it requires. A little bit of
curling never hurt no one.
A little bit of curling for the girlin'. And then what I said, rows, like the barbell rows, which doesn't take any more equipment than we've got here. So it's all minimalist, in a way, but people like to tend to overcomplicate things. I'm not saying, I don't refer to this setup, I'm more talking about most people will want a more complicated setup than this, quite honestly. But it's sufficient for what we're trying to accomplish when we're out here, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
That is the tour. Check out all of our gym tours. We've got a whole channel of them on our YouTube where it's just nothing but gym tours. We've also got a bunch of video reviews. I talked about Texas Power Bars, Strength Co plates, Handsu combo racks. Like, we have a review on everything I've talked about here today, a whole separate equipment review if you're curious about any of that. So subscribe to the channel, leave us a comment on this video. Let us know, would this be sufficient for you? Could you make something like this work? This is obviously like more minimal than almost any setup anyone has, but could you make it work? And if you were trying to do like the same thing with the same goal as me, keep it all as contained as possible, how would you do it differently? What would be your suggestions of how you would try and accomplish the same thing? Not how would you try and fill up 4 stalls with gym equipment, but how would you keep it in this footprint and make it better?
Do you want comments on horse stall mats? Is that a comment you want?
No horse stall mat comments allowed. You will be banned from our YouTube community if you say anything about needing horse stall mats in here. Just kidding. Go ahead and leave that comment if you want to. Check out our Massenomics merch, all at Massenomics.com. Listen to the Massenomics podcast, new episode every week. Catch you next time.